Bueno, si estás aquí conmigo, pues te agradezco mucho. Disculpen todos por el problema técnico, pero ya estamos de regreso. Ya, ya estamos mejor y listos para comenzar de nuevo. So if you are here with me, I appreciate it. And well, maybe if you didn't know, we had some technical issues, just like many. Well, sorry for saying this, but many live streams. But we are back, and we are ready to start. Okay, so today I would like to talk about something really important. Please let me know that you're still with me. Por favor, díganme si están todavía conmigo, si todavía están viendo este video. If you guys are still watching this video, please let me know. And today we're going to talk about something very important, which is explaining a reason in Spanish. Many times I have heard students making the same mistakes when explaining a reason. It's a and it's not really difficult to change these mistakes. But the thing is that uh, sometimes sometimes they don't even know the rule behind it, and well, that's the main problem. So today I'm gonna help you guys to improve some of those weak points that are like little details that will help you to sound better in Spanish and much more natural. Like just a little word can change the whole thing. Y bueno, me gustaría saludarlos. So I would like to say hi to you, but before I would like to remind you guys that you can download your free PDF cheat sheets here at SpanishPod101.com. And you can click on the link down there, and then you will be able to download our PDFs from many topics, talking online, talking about future, just as you can see, pets, clothes, everything, geography, my wallet, everything else that that will help your vocabulary. And well, you can download it here, SpanishPod101.com /learn with PDF. ¿Ok? Bien, ustedes pueden aprender con nosotros y pues estaríamos muy felices de hacerlo. Bien, vamos a comenzar esto y hoy les quiero enseñar cómo preguntar por motivos y razones. I want to teach you guys first how to ask for motivations and reasons. Well, the first question would be, ¿por qué quieres viajar a México? ¿Por qué quieres viajar a México? Why do you want to travel to Mexico? Or to somewhere else? This is just an example. Bien, so as you could see, we use por qué plus a conjugated verb to ask for motives and reasons, for motivations and reasons. So, for example, let's make a question. Pedro necesita estudiar para el examen final. Pedro necesita estudiar para el examen final. Okay, so in this case, maybe you want to ask, why does he need to study? He's a genius. He doesn't need to. Pero tú quieres preguntar, you want to ask. So in Spanish, it's not really difficult to change a statement, an affirmative sentence, to a question. All you need is to include the question word, and you can have the same structure. Tú puedes tener la misma estructura. ¿Por qué Pedro necesita estudiar para el examen final? ¿Por qué Pedro necesita estudiar para el examen final? Bueno, ahí están algunas razones. Okay. Now, let's go to the next sentence. María prefiere ir al cine en lugar de quedarse en casa. María prefiere ir al cine en lugar de quedarse en casa. María prefers to go to the movies instead of staying at home. So all we need to change this one into a question, as you remember, is just to include the question word, ¿por qué? And then the question marks. Por ejemplo, ¿por qué María prefiere ir al cine en lugar de quedarse en casa? ¿Por qué María prefiere ir al cine en lugar de quedarse en casa? Okay. Now, let's go to the next statement. Luis y Ana van a celebrar su aniversario en un restaurante elegante. Luis y Ana van a celebrar su aniversario en un restaurante elegante. Luis and Anna are going to celebrate their anniversary at a fancy restaurant. So now, probably you already know how to make this into a question for asking a reason. All we need again is to add the question word, ¿por qué?, which means why, and then the question marks. Okay. So, for example, ¿por qué Luis y Ana van a celebrar su aniversario en un restaurante elegante? Okay, these are just examples. In real life, maybe you don't need to ask like, why are they celebrating in an elegant restaurant? Why don't they celebrate, I don't know, in the movie theater? You don't really need to ask this in the real life, but this shows the easy way to make any affirmative statement, to make it into a question. So it's really easy in Spanish because you respect the structure. The previous structure it had, it won't change for a question. No va a cambiar para una pregunta. So, vamos a continuar. Now, let's get into answering this kind of questions. Vamos a empezar a estudiar cómo responder a estas preguntas. Okay, so the first one is using por diversión, for example. Let's see. So I would like you to write this down. This is a very, very common mistake between English speakers, especially. And not only English speakers, I have heard some students from Europe, German speakers as well, making the same mistake. So write this down, because when you want to answer a question that asks for a reason or a motivation, and you answer with a noun, you need por. Okay, so let's see an example. Por más sustantivo. ¿Por qué Juan quiere viajar a Japón? Why does Juan want to travel to Japan? For the adventure. Or because of the adventure. Let's say it says instead because of school. Because of school. So how would you answer because of his school, or because of school, because of school? How would you answer that? You know how to say school in Spanish. Escuela. So then you would answer por la escuela. So not all the time when you have the word because will mean porque in Spanish. You need to remember that when you are giving a reason, and after that reason there is a noun, without a verb, without any verb, you need por. Por la aventura. Next question. ¿Por qué Carmen quiere aprender a bailar salsa? Por diversión. Por diversión, for fun. out of pleasure. So there you go, por diversión. Or maybe, yeah, let's say for example, ¿por qué Carmen quiere aprender a bailar salsa? What does Carmen want to learn to dance salsa? And someone answers, oh, por su mamá, because of her mom. So because it's not translated as porque su mamá, por su mamá. So remember, por plus a noun when answering questions related to reasons and motivations. Bien, otra forma. ¿Por qué Luis trabaja horas extras? Por necesidad económica. Why does Luis work overtime? For financial need or because of his financial needs. Maybe you wanted to say because of money. How would you say that? Por dinero. Por dinero. Maybe I'm answering very fast, but think about it and consider this when you are answering a question why, por qué, or a question that is asking for a reason or a motivation. Bien, vamos a continuar y la siguiente es para. Para. Okay. Para, we would use it with infinitive verbs. For example, ¿por qué vas al parque? Why do you go to the park? Para jugar fútbol. Para jugar fútbol. Okay. So maybe you see para and sometimes you don't know the difference between para. This is one of them. Para can be translated sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes can be translated as in order to. In order to. Okay? So para se puede traducir como in order to. So why do you go to the park? ¿Por qué vas al parque? In order to play football. Para jugar fútbol. Okay. Well, to play soccer. Sorry. Yeah. Siguiente pregunta. ¿Por qué quieres aprender italiano? ¿Por qué quieres aprender italiano? Para poder comunicarme con mis amigos italianos. Para poder comunicarme con mis amigos italianos. In order to be able to communicate with my Italian friends. In order to be able to communicate. But as you can see, para is translated as in order to. That's one of the ways to be clear on when to use por and when to use para. Sadly, this doesn't apply all the time. No aplica todo el tiempo. Maybe you will still be confused between por and para. But this is at least one difference between them, no? You have one difference. So por, you would be using it with a noun. Meanwhile, para with an infinitive verb. Entonces, ahí tenemos algunas diferencias entre los dos. La siguiente es ¿por qué sales a correr por las mañanas? ¿Por qué sales a correr por las mañanas? Why do you go running every morning? Y aquí está para mantenerme en forma. Para mantenerme en forma. In order to stay in shape. In order to stay in shape. Okay, guys, so before we continue, I want to remind you that you can download your free PDF cheat sheets, and well, these are with many topics such as music, clothes, pets, geography. All you need is to click on the link in the description and you will be able to download them for free. All you need is to sign up for your free lifetime account, and you will need to confirm your email, and after that you will be able to download them for free. Okay, so I would like to say hello to some of you. Me gustaría decir hola a algunos de ustedes. So, por ejemplo, aquí tengo a Kikin Hihao. This video looks good now. Qué bueno que se ve mejor ahora. Muchas gracias, Kikin. Espero estés todavía con nosotros. Y bueno, Coffee, my tutor recommended you. That's great. Eso es genial. Te recomendaron. Qué bueno. I'm so glad to hear that. Me encanta oír eso. Muchas gracias y qué bueno, bienvenido. Welcome. A ver, pues vamos a seguir entonces con esto. Please remember, guys, that we are totally in a live stream. Don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe to this channel if you're not a subscriber yet. Share this video with other learners. Recommend us for sure. It would be nice. Estaría bueno si nos recomiendas. Y bueno, pues vamos a continuar. Ok, let's continue. Y aquí van a ver ustedes una forma. So, now, let's use por qué to explain a reason. Vamos a usar por qué para explicar una razón. Ok, oops. Ok, so we use por qué plus a conjugated verb. Nosotros usamos por qué más un verbo conjugado. Not infinitive, not a noun, but a conjugated verb. That's when we use por qué. So again, if you sometime will be answering with because in English, not all the time will be translated as por qué. It has other translations. Bien, pues vamos a continuar. ¿Por qué compraste este vestido? Why did you buy this dress? ¿Por qué compraste este vestido? And the answer would be porque me gustó su diseño. Porque me gustó su diseño, because I liked its design. Okay, so here you have the conjugated verb gustar, porque me gustó. Así, since this is conjugated, then you will know that we need to use por qué. Let's continue. I have another example. ¿Por qué elegiste estudiar medicina? ¿Por qué elegiste estudiar medicina? Why did you choose to study medicine, or why did you choose to study medicine? Because I want to help people. Porque quiero ayudar a las personas. Because I want to help people. Bien. ¿Por qué viajas tanto? ¿Por qué viajas tanto? Why do you travel so much? Porque me encanta conocer nuevas culturas. Because I love to experience new cultures. Porque me encanta conocer nuevas culturas. Now, let's say someone asks you this. ¿Por qué viajas tanto? Why do you travel so much? And then you are like, okay, so because of my boyfriend, ¿no? Tú puedes decir, and if you have because of my boyfriend, how would you say that? Because of my boyfriend. ¿Cómo lo dirías? Yes. Por mi novio. Por mi novio. Okay? It is because por and mi novio is a noun. But let's say someone asks you, ¿por qué viajas tanto a Colombia? Why do you travel so much to Colombia? And then you have porque mi novio es colombiano. The conjugated verb there is es, because my boyfriend is Colombian. Porque mi novio es colombiano. Since here we have a conjugated verb, como aquí tenemos un verbo conjugado, entonces necesitamos cambiar ese por. We need to change that por por qué. So in one it will be por mi novio, and in the other porque mi novio es colombiano. So with time you won't really need to think about it before answering a question, but this one comes with practice. Just remember that we use por with nouns. We don't have any verbs. No tenemos ningún verbo. Okay. Now I want to teach you. También les quiero enseñar how to use como to explain a reason or a motivation. Me gustaría enseñarles cómo usar como para explicar una razón o una motivación. The word como can be used to provide an explanation in Spanish. So not all the time como means how or like or something else. So como plus a conjugated verb más un verbo conjugado y bueno. So it could mean as plus a verb and a verb or since. I usually prefer to use it with the word since because it is easier to remember, but what is best for you guys? If as is better for you, then use that one. So for example, maybe someone asks you, ¿cómo aprobaste el examen? How did you pass the exam? ¿Cómo aprobaste el examen? Okay, then you would answer, como estudié mucho, aprobé el examen. Como estudié mucho, aprobé el examen. As I studied a lot, I passed the exam. Or since I studied a lot, I passed the exam. Okay, so let's change the elements in this statement. En esta oración, aprobé el examen porque estudié mucho. So the reason is porque estudié mucho. I passed the exam because I studied a lot. So you have the reason with como, you have the reason before. Can you see? Estudié mucho. The reason why I passed the exam is because I studied a lot. Okay, estudié mucho. We have the reason before, and that's why we can use como. Como estudié mucho, then we have the consequence. Aprobé el examen. I passed the exam. In English, maybe you can think of since. Since I studied a lot, I passed the exam. That's another way to remember this one that might help you, que te pueda ayudar. Okay. ¿Por qué se quedaron en casa? Why did you stay at home? ¿Por qué se quedaron en casa? Why did you stay at home? Como llovió, decidimos quedarnos en casa. Since it rained, we decided to stay at home. Como llovió, decidimos quedarnos en casa. Okay, so then you have the reason before, right? Since it rained. And then the consequence. We decided to stay at home. Como llovió, decidimos quedarnos en casa. Is it understandable? Are you following me, guys? Okay, let's see another example. Remember that some of these structures can be mastered by repeating, by practice. So don't stop practicing. Ask yourself some question. Why did I do this? Why do I go to the park? Answer these questions with the 3 different ways to answer a question asking for a reason or a motivation, por, para, por qué, and also use como, so you can have some practice with them. And with enough practice, these structures will come naturally. That's the goal, that you don't even need to think about it because your brain already has it, so they just go out naturally. So one of them is como. Okay. So let's say this phrase using por qué. No sabía si era tarde o no. I didn't know if it was late or not. Porque, because, no vi el reloj. I didn't see the clock or the watch. I didn't know if it was late or not because I didn't see the clock. No sabía si era tarde o no porque no vi el reloj. So the reason is because I didn't see the clock, the watch. So the reason goes in the beginning of the sentence. No vi el reloj. Now it is in the beginning. And no sabía si era tarde o no. The consequence. So when the reason is before, again, you will need como. Como no vi el reloj, no sabía si era tarde o no. Okay. Now, let's go to the summary and the quiz. And if you are here, some of you are here. Thank you. Hello to Sabrina. Hola. I exist. Sí. Charlita, gracias por compartir. And there you go. Muchas gracias, chicos. Muchas gracias a todos. Y vamos a continuar. And well, we started with how to ask for motivations and reasons. Remember that in Spanish, we don't really need to change the structure of anything, no? So for example, in English it would be you recommend, tú recomiendas. You recommend this movie. Tú recomiendas esta película. And for asking it would be why do you recommend this movie? So we kind of have to change kind of the order, but in Spanish we don't need that. ¿Por qué recomiendas esta película? We just need to add the por qué in the beginning to ask for a question, to ask for a reason or to make a question. And then we studied por diversión. Remember that if you have a noun, si tú tienes un sustantivo, we use por. I work. Why do you work? Yo trabajo. ¿Por qué trabajas? ¿Por qué trabajas? Why do you work? Because of the money. So because is not translated as porque el dinero. That would be a mistake, a very common mistake. So don't make it. It would be por el dinero. Por el dinero. Okay, then you have para. Después de eso tú tienes para. Para hablar con mis amigos. So remember that para could be translated as in order to, when answering a question of because, when answering a question why, that asks for a reason, a motivation. Para hablar con mis amigos, in order to talk with my friends. Why do you learn Spanish? ¿Por qué aprendes español? Para hablar con mis amigos. So, para plus infinitive verb. Para más verbo infinitivo. Para hablar con mis amigos. Después tenemos porque más un verbo conjugado. Porque quiero hablar con mis amigos. Quiero is a conjugated verb. That's why we use porque. ¿Ok? Entonces, por eso usamos porque. Después tenemos como. After this we have como. Remember that we have the reason before and then the consequence. So let me give you an example. Aprendo español porque mi novia es colombiana. I learn Spanish because my girlfriend is Colombian. Aprendo español porque mi novia es colombiana. So the reason is my girlfriend is Colombian, right? Right? Oh, that's the motivation why I learn Spanish. So the reason, if we put it in the beginning, si la ponemos en el principio, we can use como. Como mi novia es colombiana, and then the consequence. Aprendo español. I learn Spanish. Since my girlfriend is Colombian, I learn Spanish. Como mi novia es colombiana, aprendo español. Okay. So now I would like to ask you guys to participate tonight, or today, this morning, this morning, for some of you, this afternoon, night for some others of you, or this very late at night for you guys if you're in Europe or Africa. If you guys are there, probably it's like super late for you if you're watching it right now. So try to explain a reason in Spanish. ¿Por qué quieres aprender español? Now, if you guys are watching this after the real live stream, pause this video and answer this question. Start practicing with the different forms. So guys, if you are in the live stream, you can answer this question with any of those ways that I gave you, using por, using para, using porque, using como. Okay, so if you have an answer, yeah, I would like to hear it. Okay, bien. Okay, so for example, porque quiero hablar con mis amigos, porque plus a conjugated verb, porque quiero hablar con mis amigos, por placer, out of pleasure, ¿no? Por placer, bien. Okay, the next one. ¿Por qué te gusta el español? ¿Por qué te gusta el español? A ver, ¿alguien? Remember, if you are watching this after the live stream, you can just pause it and then yeah, and then you can go back to answer. Yeah. Okay, I will give you the answer. So, ¿por qué te gusta el español? Por mi cultura, because of my culture. Porque me gusta como suena, I like how it sounds. Many reasons why, ¿no? ¿Por qué te gusta el español? Como vivo en México, me gusta el español, ¿no? Muchas formas para responder. Ok. ¿Por qué sales todos los fines de semana? ¿Por qué sales todos los fines de semana? Why do you go out on weekends, or every weekend? So someone could say, para visitar a mis padres, in order to visit my parents, para visitar a mis padres. Para ver a mis amigos, in order to see my friends. So there are many ways to answer this question. Para divertirme, to have fun, in order to have fun. Por diversión, for fun. Por diversión. So many ways to answer. So guys, we're about to finish, but before, I want to remind you that you can download your free PDF cheat sheets. You can increase your vocabulary set with us. We have phrases, new words about a specific topic. So you can start learning with us right now at SpanishPod101.com /learn-with-PDF. If you don't want to write it, you just click in the description, Facebook, both on Facebook and on YouTube. Okay, bueno. So next time I want to talk about recent past in Spanish. How to say I just watched this video. I just finished reading this article. I just talked to Camila. Many different ways to say something. So there you go. I will give you different ways. For example, acabo de hablar con Camila. I just talked to Camila. Recién hablé con Camila. And there are other ways to say it, so I will teach you all of these ways. And some of them you will laugh because they use present tense and they talk about something in the past. It's super crazy and funny. well, maybe not funny while learning it, but like super curious. Ok, bueno, pues chicos, terminamos por hoy. Muchísimas gracias a todos. Thank you to all the staff at, um, at Innovative Languages. Muchas gracias a Savon. Muchas gracias a Marshall. Gracias a todos ustedes, chicos. Y bueno, por su apoyo. Serena dice porque quiero viajar a México, porque es un idioma muy bonito. Ok, porque es un idioma muy bonito. Idioma is masculine, ok? It comes from Greek, so all MA words usually come from there. For example, tema, problema, sistema, emblema, clima. So they come from Greek and they are masculine words in Spanish. No sales todos los fines de semana porque... no salgo todos los fines de semana porque voy al gym. Remember to conjugate porque, to conjugate a verb after porque. If you have ir in this case, Sirena, remember to use para ir al gym. No salgo todos los fines de semana para ir al gym, ¿no? In order to go to the gym. Yeah, because after para you need infinitive verbs. Bueno, muchísimas gracias a todos. Que tengan una buena noche, un buen día y